back in our private room, and we have to make our way all the way back to the east from the westernmost region. Let's get started. Conveniently, what's going to help us with that is the fact that now we have access to the chiral network. Usually when we're...
Child special. One of a kind.
A baby candidate.
Either that, or...
A sacrifice.
A foundation. A bridge.
What I was going to say is usually when we are traveling to places, it's regions that aren't connected yet, or it's stations which don't have network connectivity yet. But now we have everything. So let's equip ourselves with a generic loadout and be on our way. Do we want a trike that... What's the weather like also? That trike over here, durability is pretty good. So we might go ahead and use that one. Or we could go with a long-range model. Considering we don't have any heavy cargo to transport, I favor fabricating a long-range trike. Then we'll go with a generic... I need to check what equipment we have first. It's not enough to just know the quantity of equipment, we have to know its condition. We only have boots. Where's all of our stuff? It's not in the private locker, of course. They get placed on the ground. Not that I can see. Well, no matter. The game mentioned that they were put somewhere, but it was too long ago. So that's fine. We'll go with... We really don't use these often, if at all. But I'd rather take one than none. Container repair. For our stuff. Because we're going to get rained on. We have very few blood bags. But we also don't expect to be doing a lot of combat without having the ability to stop somewhere. Same with having a PCC. There should be generators pretty well spread out. But I just might end up making one. An extra replacement pair of boots, and I do favor... Oh, we should also get power gloves. A thermal pad. Those have been nice. And an all-terrain skeleton. I think this is a pretty good, versatile setup. As far as weaponry, I think we'll just go with grenade launchers. There is a non-lethal option. Maybe we'll take one assault rifle. And then, tentatively, 2 grenade launchers. I don't want the rocket launcher. I think that's overkill. Fairly light loadout. I thought that there would be another blood bag. Oh, there is. It's this one. There we go. A pretty decent loadout. Oh, and we'd better equip all of our stuff. That didn't happen automatically. Gloves, skeleton. We'll call that good. And before we forget, there's been a lot of mail. Let's catch up on that. Peter Englert, do you wish to know my secrets? Dear Mr. Sam Bridges, allow me to express my deepest gratitude for the pizza you have brought me. I will forever cherish the memory of each and every one you so kindly delivered to my doorstep. Alas, there is a singular blemish upon our relationship, a singular regret that weighs upon my soul. It concerns the one wish you so cruelly failed to grant me. I speak, of course, of my delivery from Lake Knot City to South. I will readily admit I am not one to forgive and forget, and this flaw compels me not to allow you to forget either. Consigning my package to the bottom of a tar lake instead of seeing it to its intended destination was an unconscionable act, hardly benefiting a professional porter. For shame. But let us not cry over spilled milk. If you would do me one final favor, I have faith I can find it in my heart to forgive you. You must know in yours what I am about to ask, yes? Pizza, pizza, pizza. Look again at the messages that Peter Englert has sent. The instructions are quite clear. Furthermore, as an expression of goodwill, I have unlocked the entrance to my private quarters. You may peruse my secrets to your heart's content. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, Higgs Monaghan. Jake Wind. I've only seen Amelie's hologram. Dear Sam, mind if I ask you a personal question? I heard you're a Strand. The President raised you like you were her own, right? Which means you must have grown up with Amelie. What was she like? I've only ever seen her hologram. I mean, I get it, security precautions, can't risk letting separatists and terrorists know where she is. But man, what I wouldn't give to really meet her, to see her in the flesh. She seems like such an amazing person, and that's just from the holo messages. If you ever do catch up to her, I hope you'll tell me all about it. Aaron Hill. We already did chapter 3, so... Safe as houses. I did it, Sam. Your safe house is ready and waiting for you. I just got to Mountain Knot City, and I figured this be a good time to write and let you know. Man, I was so sure I was going to get ambushed by terrorists or run into a bunch of BTs somewhere along the way, but nope. Made it there and back in one piece. I don't want to make myself out to be a hero, though. The safe house had already been built by the time I reached Mountain Knot. Maybe HQ didn't trust me to do the job and asked someone else to take care of it. Nah, they wouldn't do that, and besides, we don't have the people to spare. Someone must have built it, though, but who? You know what, though? The safe house wasn't all I found waiting for me. There was a ladder, too. Makes one hell of a difference knowing you're not alone. Cheered me up to no end, I can tell you. Hey, was it you who put it there? Well, if it was, thanks. Heh, kinda feels like we're partners now. Came across a bunch of dropped cargo, too. Thought I could do somebody a good turn by delivering it, but well, it was just too heavy, had to leave it behind. Still, I was riding high. Even got up the nerve to finally try a crypto buyout at one point. Not my thing, I have to say. Some porter I met a ways back told me I ought to try to eat one a day. Ha, screw that. Oh, he said he'd drop by the safe house with some materials once it was up and running. I'd wager a whole bunch of people are leaving stuff there for others now. Doesn't it take long for word to spread through our little community after all? We're not alone out here, Sam. Don't you ever forget that. Stay strong. William Lake, the dream came true. I can't believe it, Sam. You were able to connect everything. Seeing that ship you were in make its way here through Ground Zero was incredible enough. But this feels like a dream now. I'm so glad I didn't lose my patience waiting for the second expedition. You made the dream come true. But you aren't done yet, right? I know that you'll get wherever you want to. You truly are a hero to us. Philip North, the UCA is back. Sam Bridges, you're nothing short of a legend, aren't you? Not only did you save our comrade's life, but you put the UCA on the map. But those terrorists and BTs are still out there, aren't they? And Higgs, he's still running free? We won't be letting our guard down, and we will be cheering for you. Victor Frank, The Fears of Terrorism. Wow, just wow. You finally got the whole thing hooked up. Unbelievable. Seeing you cross Ground Zero in the boat was crazy enough, but this is mind-blowing. It's like a dream. I knew we were right to hold out hope. The UCA's back in business for real now, and it's all thanks to you, Mr. Dreamweaver. But your work's not done yet, right? Don't sweat it. I know you'll bring Amelie safe and sound soon enough. All of us do. We'll be right here, waiting for you to come home, cheering you on until you do. And we'll save the data for next time we take a rest. Gonna let us drive. Is this the safe house?
Sam, it's Hartman. Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BT's drawn into our world under these circumstances.
Huh. Just not sure where all that stuff is. Wow, so it cut off Hartman's message. That's really terrible. I wanted to know. I really wanted to know what he was going to say, but I guess it boils down to... Wow, that's quite the journey, huh? Maybe we shouldn't just blindly follow the same course we did. I do think the first leg of our journey, I think that's a fitting pathway. Because at the end of the day, what really dictates where we are going is the mountain ranges. So maybe I will just stick to this road. So we'll make our first stop paleontologist. Does that make sense? Or does it not? Should we try to go to Mountain Knot City? If we get to the paleontologist, can we actually climb out here. We may be able to. So let's make that our first stop. And I guess Hartman was probably warning us, hey, BTs are more of a threat now.
What the hell should I do now? This is fucking pointless. It's no use. Pathetic. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm heading back east. What can't you do?
It's our old generator, still standing.
Still got it. Wonder if anyone's watching.
Okay. Already at the paleontologist. Quick pit stop here. Safety save. Check that mail. Aaron Hill. Chronicles of Aaron, Chapter 5, Journey's End. Hey Sam, you ever drop by the safe house I built for you? Tried to report back to the director once I finally had the thing up and running, but I never heard nothing back. No heart of gold after all. No manners neither. Man, I could have cried after all the trouble I went to, and between you and me, maybe I did just a little. Not so much as a nice job. That's the least a guy can expect after a trek like that, don't you think? But right when I was about to give up on life, an angel appeared to save me. That's right, fragile. That sweet little ray of sunshine whisked me right back here in an instant. She seemed awful tired, though. Had me a little worried. There's something in the air here in Mountain Knot City, too. Something funky. Plus Lochna's up run off somewhere. But you're okay, right, Sam? I damn well hope so. We're here for you, and we're praying that you make it. Keep fighting the good fight. Speaking of that good fight, how shall we proceed? I like our odds of going here through this mountain pass. And then here and basically northeast. More or less. That should put us close to the beaten path. We'll make Weather Station our target.
Sam, do you copy? I've been looking into Clifford Unger and wanted to share my thoughts. To recap, Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the Death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments. However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB experiments. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal Lou. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death and his connection to the BB experiments. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find, Sam.
Beginning scan. Scanning
Good morning, Sam.
Verifying ID. Clear.
Keep on keeping on.
All weapons will be locked until departure. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on.
Oh, where does that bridge get us? I don't know. Maybe that is where we want to go. Where am I? Okay, we'll come down on the path. Not that way.
Next level trust is you. Next level trust is you. Love is embedded in this. True love is endless.
I'm hoping this way will keep us clear of potential BTs, if the sign is to be believed. And we have to go back down anyway. Maybe. Come on, we landed in snow. Is that really a grunt-worthy landing? This seems to be a bit safer. It's not quite on the path that we charted. Yeah, we need to come down. Nope. Double back. Didn't realize how far we were off course. Holding on to that energy as much as we can in case we have to make a quick escape.
Still got it.
I remember complaining about the trike handling multiple times earlier in the game, and even recently, probably. But now that I understand a little bit more about how to use it, I can see it is possible to more carefully pick your way through the terrain without a bunch of bumping and bashing into things. Because you can rotate the trike even when you are not moving. So that helps you really precisely position yourself between some rough terrain, for example. I have to say, the idea of having to venture back across everything that we've already been over, you know, on the surface of it, it sounds like a terrible mission that's just filler. But I have to say, I've almost been enjoying this more than any other mission in the game. It's slow-paced. We get to see all of the terrain that we've visited in the past. We even see some of our own structures. We definitely need to hit up that generator. And this is, honestly, this sort of gameplay, this is almost what I wanted out of the game. Yes, I recall these trails are a bit of a nightmare. It's really just up to us to find a way through. Cross the river. Skirt those areas. Oh, and there might be some roads. If this is the area I'm thinking of.
Sam, you're not going to believe what I found. It's about the BP experiments, their true purpose. According to official records, they were continued in secret on the order of President Strand, supposedly with the primary objective of developing BT detectors and preventing void-outs. Any advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to be of purely secondary benefit. But it turns out, that's just a cover story. The truth is, Sam, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for the operation of the chiral network. They're integrated into the infrastructure of Knot cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, carrying out her mother's grand plan, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear and did what she thought had to be done. Also, America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her her soul. The chiral network is our greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about Cliff and the BB experiments, we'd be better placed to judge. I'll be in touch.
Safety save. On to the next leg.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
There's a nice variety of terrain we're driving over. We see everything that we've already been through. And we haven't had to deal with BTs, mules. It's a nice casual drive. It's like Truck Simulator. I guess if you like Truck Simulator, style gameplay, I guess the argument could be made, well, go play Truck Simulator or one of those similar types of games. Oh no. I know that water is deep. Okay, I knew the water is deep, I remember. But when I scanned, I didn't see... I thought we could go in between the red, but better not to risk it.
Okay, there you go, Speedy.
Charge up here. I want to check on the status of everything. Pretty good. We've been through quite a bit of rain. I also wanted to see if I can check the bike. Can I see? Yes, I think I can. Durability. Wow, we are almost halfway, over halfway destroyed, so next time we get to a station, we may want to pick one up. I've really been putting it through its paces. Now we get into trouble for me not following an existing path. We need to find a way down. Now remember, this area is tricky. Find a place where it's shallow. Wow, it really revs. Can't argue with results. That was interesting. Did we lose? We lost the bike, didn't we? No? Can we go get it? That happened with very little warning. I'm sure we could fight those things and defeat them, especially with a nice loadout of rocket launchers. I don't really want to do that because combat in this game isn't particularly fun. And this is not a 100% playthrough. I have too many games to play. We should be able to make it through here. Yeah, this poor thing is getting replaced here and now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Storing vehicle. Standing.
Oh, if we store it, it gets repaired. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I didn't learn that. I've never tried putting a vehicle into the garage. It probably also gets recharged.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Safe travels.
Make another save. And we're going to be following this road all the way home. At some point, we should hit a paved section. I'm not sure how far away it is. I think it's this orange section. But pretty soon. I already saved, didn't I? Go around. What is this route? Okay.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, so many things I wish I would have realized earlier in the game, but that's how it always is, and isn't it? You just can't perfectly 100% learn all of the game's mechanics and all of its intricacies, even in a single playthrough. I could if I was spending a bunch of time actively researching it and obsessing over the game, but I don't really want to invest that much. I have a lot of games I want to play, and I'm more interested in playing a variety of games than really narrowing in on a single game, unless I really like it, and this is not one of those.
Enough already.
Now we follow the road. Oh, fork. Continue straight.
Hey, Sam, I see you're coming up on Lake Knot. Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the job and come home safe. By the way, I've made more progress in a certain investigation. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists conducting the BB experiments. But he did so completely unaware of their true intentions. This is pure speculation, but I think when Cliff found out about their plans, he attempted to reclaim custody. And after he failed, the BB remained in the program's care. In which case, he would have every reason to bear a grudge towards the president, the woman who allowed it all to happen, don't you think? But just because President Strand is dead, doesn't mean his hate died with her. No, I think he redirected it towards Bridges, towards you and Amelie and anyone close to the director. And now that hate is driving him to set in motion the last Stranding, to bring an end to the world as we know it. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an EE. There's no time to lose. You have to save her and the director. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel to her beach in the first place. There must be more to their relationship. I'll see what I can find.
Stop here to get some container repair. I can't. Guess I have to get off to oh, no. It was doing the classic Death Stranding thing where it's not showing me prompts even though I'm right next to something that I can interact with. It flashed the like button for a sec, but by then I had already given up.
Keep on keeping on.
Glad to have these roads, so I don't have to fight those mules.
Got a moment, Sam? It's about the director. So there's no way he could have made the jump to Amelie's beach if they didn't share a strong personal connection, right? Well, I looked, and I couldn't see one. The network should have contained something, anything, but there was nothing whatsoever. His entire life prior to his tenure with Bridges has been redacted. His name, his past, everything. There's no telling who he was. Which led me to consider another possibility. What if it isn't the director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford Unger? And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie's beach? If it's those two who have a personal history, then it might explain why Cliff is holding the director hostage as well. But even if that were the case, it doesn't answer the bigger question. How the hell did the two of them end up on Amelie's beach?
Sam, Hartman here. There's something else I'd like you to consider. A guess, albeit an educated one, concerning Cliff's objective. Somehow, with the aid of the chiral network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single massive seam. Should this process continue, there is a risk that BTs will flood across into our world, bringing about a Death Stranding on a heretofore unprecedented scale. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon, existing entirely in isolation. They do not and have never intersected with others. But what if there were another class of beach, one that exists on a higher plane, that was responsible for setting this process in motion? And what if the beach in question were none other than Amelie's? Cliff may have summoned the director, but I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's beach, to exploit its power over every other beach, and trigger the last stranding. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's actions, which is why you have to stop him.
If Hartman's right, then we're in serious trouble. Using the chiral network in Amelie's beach to trigger the last stranding? That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. Yeah, it all fits. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that stole his life and his child. You've got to stop him, Sam. You've got to make the jump to Amelie's beach as soon as possible. Get in and get her back. It's our only hope. If you can't, then we're all doomed.
Oh. Threat nearby.
Be there for you and your mom, no matter what. I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore. Couldn't leave you all alone. I couldn't. I had it all wrong. All wrong. Being a father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long. Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
Well, this has gone on for quite a long time, but we made it to Lake Knot City, and apparently we've been sucked into yet another war flashback. So we'll leave it here and pick up next time with more Death Stranding. Bye for now.